from Capital FM Arena here in beautiful Nottingham, England. A very good evening and welcome to an evening full of mixed martial arts for your enjoyment. This is BAMMA 8! Our first attraction tonight is scheduled for 3 rounds. This in the Bantamweight division, brought to you by Lonsdale, London. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He is a Dinky Ninjutsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Muay Thai fighter. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, he weighed officially 135 pounds. A veteran inside the ring, he brings 24 bouts, 18 victories, and 6 defeats. From Glasgow, Scotland, here is Paul Metabolic McVeigh! And his opponent across the stage, fighting out of the blue corner. A mixed martial artist, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. He too weighed in 135 pounds. As a professional, his record stands 9 victories and 4 defeats. Hailing from Monterrey, Mexico, here is Aaron El Gorito Perez. Referee in charge of the action, Mark Woodard.
Referee Mark Woodard with the final instructions here. McVeigh versus Perez.
And Mike, one of the interesting things here, 2 KOs apiece, so be the man a real knockout specialist, but if you look at their records, far happier subbing, so that might dictate the pace and the style of the fight, but often those statistics are turned on their head the moment they get underway.
McVeigh throws out the first right hand of the contest, both men fighting an orthodox stance. A lot of head movement early on here from Perez, got to be careful of the handiwork, and again, the right hand from Paul McVeigh.
Yeah, caught the leg nicely and came straight through there.
Perez been on an absolute tear in 2011, 4-0 so far, finishing 3 of those opponents. Single leg there from McVeigh. Now got the underhooks back him against the cage in front of our commentary position. Short knee to the lower right rib cage from Paul McVeigh.
Yeah, it's been a while out of the cage as well for McVeigh. It was February since he last fought, and that was a win himself against Andreas Bernard, and that was a punch knockout, so it's only the one time for him this year.
McVeigh, a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and John Cabanara, a black belt in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. Jumping knee from Eric Perez. Double underhooks from McVeigh allows him to work the knees now. And Perez just shrugs him off. 1 minute 10 down here in the first round.
Yes, it's certainly been Perez that's been trying to force the issue here, Mike, isn't it?
Perez just catches him with a looping right hand. Didn't turn the knuckles in though, caught him with the inside of the glove. A lot of movement early on from these 2 men. Checks the low kick, does McVeigh. Perez misses the right hand lead. There's a counter right down the tube from Paul McVeigh. Nicely timed from here. And
that's been the style of this fight so far. McVeigh looking to draw Perez on and to counter smartly, and he's doing that nicely.
An outside leg kick from Perez, tries to counter with the right hand down the tube. Front kick to the midsection was a little lazy. Oh, liver shot, then the 2 up the centre corridor from McVeigh.
Yes, you get the feeling here that although Perez is the aggressor, McVeigh is the sharper of the 2 in this opening round.
Both men throw the right hands, neither landing. McVeigh probing with his lead here as a rangefinder. A lot of distance between them at the moment though. Inside leg kick just as a measurer there and a high knee from Perez. There's a counter right hand again from Perez.
Until that clinch, they're very much K1 style at the moment. Both men happy to stand and trade in that style.
It is indeed more of a kickboxing contest so far. Jab 2 from Perez was nicely snapped. Outside leg kick, caught the kicking leg, swept up the support leg, Muay Thai style. Now a butterfly guard from Paul McVeigh. We're on the canvas for the first time, 2 minutes 15 remaining in the first round. Let's see what options McVeigh has off his back here. Still with this butterfly guard, Malcolm.
Well, as we said before, this is one of the areas that McVeigh will be very, very comfortable on his back here. And of his 18 victories, 12 by submission. So Perez will have to be careful how he works his man here.
Inside the guard of McVeigh. Perez looking to pass now on the right side of the body. Takes the back standing now of McVeigh. Reverse elbow from McVeigh, gets out of dodge. We drift back to centre cage. 90 seconds remaining in the first. Oh, good counter right hand, and McVeigh doing a quick count of his teeth. Catch and sweep again here from Perez for the second time.
That was the first clean right hand from Perez in the fight. They both come close. McVeigh, I thought, was the better boxer, but that was the first sweet right hand from Perez.
1 minute. Push the head. Yes.
Takes the back again here, does Perez. McVeigh turns back into him, covers up quickly. Perez dances back to centre cage. Good counter right hand again. He's finding the target in the first round with the counter right. Here's Perez.
Well, it's been a reversal from the early part of the round. In the early stages of the round, it was McVeigh that was happy to do that, bring his man on and counter. Now the roles have reversed slightly, and Perez is having more success.
Jab 2 from Perez. Jab 2 again from the man from Jackson's gym.
And as we count down to the last 30 seconds, it's not only been an intriguing first round, it's been very, very close. They've both had their successes, but on a personal level, Mike, I would just go for Perez.
I agree with you, Malcolm. Both men exchanged kicks, and it was Perez who came up trumps, overhand right, didn't turn the knuckles in. Nice gut-munching front kick, belly button through the back for Perez in the final 10 seconds of the opening round. Perez goes to the liver, then upstairs. A dominant round in the stand-up for Eric Perez. Very good opening round for Eric Perez in the stand-up, and here we go in the second.
Yes, it started a different way. It was McVeigh that started bringing his man on and looking to counter, and then Perez quickly sussed that out. In the second half of the round, we feel he was particularly dominant, and as you can see now, he's come out very confident again, and I like that head movement as well from him.
Perez again with that right hand. Shoots in for a takedown and gets it, trips out the support leg. Nicely done from McVeigh. Inside the guard of Perez.
I think he learned from that first round because that whole round was virtually on their feet, and as we can see, McVeigh, very good submission specialist. I thought it was only a matter of time, and I think it's a good tactic this time, Mike, because as the round wore on in the first round, it was more and more Perez, and now he's testing in from a different position here.
McVeigh, a 78% finishing ratio, finishing 14 of his 18 opponents.
And he's got his man nicely against the fence as well, looking the posture up.
Solid hammer fist strike in there from McVeigh.
I don't know if he's got the guillotine in there now. No.
Perez posting up on that left arm knee from Paul McVeigh. Perez might try and lock on a Muay Thai clinch, and McVeigh just dances back out of the way of trouble.
Yeah, placed a short little elbow in there as well. So it's the great thing about this fight so far is it's been really lively, and both men very evenly matched.
Perez, double jab, right hand, Muay Thai clinch, trying to go for the meat and drink. Jab 2 again from Perez. He's got some starch behind those punches, has Eric Perez.
And again, what he's doing nicely now is he's drawing McVeigh on and dancing out the way and moving his upper body. And a lot of McVeigh's work now is just beginning to miss.
Perez, a fighter who is always busy, always makes you work as he goes to the liver like he's digging for oil. Shoots in for a double here, Perez. Backs McVeigh against the cage.
Yeah, nice small defence from McVeigh, preventing the takedown, but you feel as it's gone on that it is twisting in favour of Perez.
And Perez moves to side control. So many options from this position here for Eric Perez. Will he look for a submission? Will he try and do some damage with the elbows, with the knees? McVeigh thought about putting a foot up against the cage there. Controlling that left arm of Perez, now right arm locked up by McVeigh.
And one of the things we've seen earlier from our referee, Mark Woodard, he does like them to work when they're on the floor there. He's pulled them up before.
You can see here Perez doing that Aoki-style tie-up of the legs of McVeigh. McVeigh planting up at the big screens here in the arena, just to better gauge his position. Sitting up against the cage, dropping some shots to the body of Eric Perez. Downward elbow to the deltoid region.
Yes, he looks through his corner as well, looking very calm, throwing in the punches to the liver there. They won't carry much weight, but they will keep him occupied.
A thinking fight here from Paul McVeigh, who did graduate from the University of Glasgow with a degree in sports science. Actually began his sports career in soccer. Then moved to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because he was no good at soccer and said there were a lot of turbo hot girls in Jiu-Jitsu class. Good enough reason for me, Malcolm.
Yes, if you're going to have a reason, Mike, that is one of the better ones.
Looking to pass again is Perez. 1 minute 5 on the clock here in the second stanza. Perez takes the back. You do not want to give Perez your back.
And a short knee came in there well, McVeigh took landed. Oh, knee in the left hand.
Perez got airborne!
And a snapping jab on the end of that. And Mike, for me, that's the difference between the two men. It's the timing and the distancing of Perez. It's all there for him tonight.
Perez looking so confident in the stand-up here. Looks to set the right hand again and does down the centre corridor. Oh, good tagging right from McVeigh.
The quarter left on the way in there as well, though. Perez is so sharp on that counter as well.
Tried to pull the head down in the tie, clinched in McVeigh. An awkward front kick from Perez.
Oh, short, chopping right elbow, left hook combination from him.
And the uppercut elbow from Perez, but a Muay Thai stylings on the feet here from Perez. Back elbow from McVeigh. Final seconds of the second round.
And Perez finishing so strongly again to tell the judges this is his round for me again.
2 rounds down in what is turning into an intriguing battle. Third round of action here. And nice outside thigh kick. Just caught him on the top of the knee from Eric Perez. Both these men have opened up at a great pace.
This is the thing, both these men are so similar in style, they're so good to watch. The only difference between the two at the moment is Perez is doing everything just that little bit better. In every other way, they're carbon copies of each other.
Finding the femoral artery nice and high on that inside leg is Eric Perez. Looking to set the right hand here, perhaps goes to the outside thigh. The head movement from Perez. The right hand up nice and high. Good inside leg kick again from Perez, and McVeigh answers. Perez checks the second one.
Yeah, we've seen McVeigh try his best, but Perez has grown in confidence since the middle of round 1. But finds himself on his back again. McVeigh in both rounds 2 and 3, the man to initiate the takedown, which says a lot about the way the stand-up's been going.
Postures up here, does McVeigh. Tries to drill the right hand to the schnoggin. One butterfly hook off the left leg for Eric Perez. Now the feet on hips from Perez, trying to make some space here. Looking to pass on the left side of the body is McVeigh.
And he needs this. He needs a very big round here if the judges' scorecards agree with us, because we've got Perez 2 rounds up, so McVeigh really needs to open up here and get some submission attempts or a very good ground and pound game.
Locks onto the leg here, does Perez, nice and low around the ankle, now up on the thighs, a double leg, backs McVeigh up against the cage. McVeigh looking for that right arm, finds it now with Perez. Perez all tied up like a pretzel here, now north-south position. And both men back to their feet. McVeigh forced against the cage. He's got one underhook off the left arm and shrugs off Perez. They'll reset for the striking.
Yes, there was good moments there for McVeigh, but he needs more. He needs a very, very big round indeed here in the third after the way Perez dominated from midway through the first.
Perez on the front foot, throws the round kick. McVeigh tried to catch it. There is a huge red welt on the left side of the carcass of McVeigh, courtesy of those right rear leg round kicks. And there's another one from Perez. Trick takedown from McVeigh, beautifully done in his own tune. Can Perez lock it up? No!
He sneaked through there. But each time when both men have thrown that right round kick, they've been rather lazy. They've been caught on numerous occasions. There's no snap back from those kicks. I know they get the power in, but they've been caught on a couple of occasions there, throwing it rather lazily.
Elbows on top of the head into the clavicle from Perez, and he says to his corner, I'm okay. I'm well aware. Closed guard, bird's eye view here.
Head back middle, please. Head back middle, there you go.
Perez
Nice.
keeping those hips moving off of his back.
Pull head up and up.
McVeigh needs something big here. That first slam, that needs to be the start of a concerted ground and pound or a submission attempt like here, because he's got under 2 minutes now to take this fight, and this could be his last opportunity.
McVeigh looking to finish Eric Perez here in the third round. Referee Mark Woodward keeping a close eye on proceedings. And no, the opportunity gone amiss for McVeigh. Perez now comes out swinging the hands. Shoots down. No takedown there for McVeigh. Perez presses him up against the cage.
You saw him look and shake his head there, McVeigh, and he's looking again at the big screens. You can see the frustration on the man's face now. He knows what he needs to do, and he knows time is running out.
Perez inside the closed guard of McVeigh. 1 minute remaining in the contest. Little popping punch to the side of the head as Perez goes to that upper right rib cage, just trying to keep busy, trying to keep those points scoring.
He's just got to be sensible now. If he can do that and stay out of trouble, this is his fight. He's got under a minute now to make sure of this, because McVeigh, he can't win it from this position, and he certainly can't win this round like this. He needs something now in the last 30 seconds, very, very desperately indeed.
And here comes Perez looking to pass again on the right side. He's in half guard at the moment. Final 10 seconds. Unless he can find a submission attempt out of nowhere, McVeigh. Perez finishing strongly here, gets up a couple of right hands. And a fantastic fight to open up Memory here in Nottingham. Well, Perez, jubilant. He knows he's got this one.
Yes, I think rightly so, Mike. I mean, very similar styles indeed, the two young men, but I just think Perez did everything just that bit better. Sharper, more precise, and this was the desperation stakes from McVeigh. He knew he's 2 rounds down.
McVeigh able to get the takedowns, not able to affect much afterwards. Some nice striking off the elbow there to the deltoid region from Perez off of his back in the third round. A solid performance from the opening bell to the close from Eric Perez.
Yes, it seems that Bammers are happy. Hunting ground for him. It was a quicker time last fight, a first round stoppage for him by submission. Not so easy this time against a very good man in Paul McVeigh, but we do believe that it's definitely, probably even a 3-round shutout.
Perez out of Jackson's gym with Tom Con-Watson in his corner. Tried to lock in the arm that was left in there by McVeigh. McVeigh can hold his head up high, but Perez, as Malcolm said, just did a little more and did a little too well here tonight. Let's go up to Joe Martinez to get this official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards, and here are the judges' totals. 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. From Monterrey, Mexico, Eric El Goyito Perez.
No doubt about it, Perez takes the victory here. And a great show of sportsmanship there between both McVeigh and Perez. Fantastic crowd on hand here at the Capital FM Arena in Nottingham. Let's go to
our
OJ
first
now.
fight of the night as we go live. It was one for the purists. Congratulations, Eric.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Los for sponsoring me, and thank you all the people for England. I love you guys.
Well, do you know what? I think we can't say anymore. Fantastic. Put your hands together for your winner by unanimous decision, Eric Perez.